Welcome back to Underground Pulse, undergroundpulse.net. I am Jerica J, and I'm standing here with Courage, my love. This is Mercedes. Hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Now, I ran through every band looking for girls. My main issue looking for girls on Warped Tour was there was a review or an interview a while back about girls kind of getting mistreated on the tour. Has that happened to you?
I haven't noticed anything crazy like that. We haven't been mistreated. I think I read the article too, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that there aren't really any bands with females in them on the main stages. But if you actually look at the bill, there's a lot of bands with females in them. You know, on maybe smaller stages, or there's a lot even just on our stage, at the Renew Ball stage. So I think that's one of the things I really do like about Warped Tour is Kevin will give these smaller bands a chance. I mean, if he wasn't letting small bands on the tour and giving them a chance to be on the whole tour, then we wouldn't have made it on.
Right.
So, yeah, I haven't noticed anything. I mean, all the bands have been great. I was prepared for, like people hitting on me all the time. And not to sound like vain or whatever, but
It comes with the territory,
yeah,
right?
for sure. I was just prepared for that, but that's not how it's been at all. Everyone's been really respectful, really cool, and supportive.
That's awesome to hear. Do you feel like in the industry in general it's harder for girls to make it in successful music than it is for guys?
I think it depends. I was even just saying in the other interview we were doing, but it's easy for women in our genre of music to get attention just because maybe there's fewer than men in our genre of music or our scene of music. But it's really hard to gain respect and to garner equality. And I think the best ways to do that and to just show those disbelievers who think, oh, you're a girl, so good for you for playing music, you're probably going to be mediocre, is to just be the best musician you can be. Don't worry about being the best female artist. Be the best musician you can be. And if you're undeniably good, the only convincing you'll need to do is just do what you do. And then, if you're talented and you're good, no one can argue with that.
Yeah. Now, if memory serves me right, and I will be honest, I was just looking at all of these last night.
That's okay.
But you guys are a 3-piece or a 4-piece?
3-piece,
Yeah. And it's you and your sister?
Yeah, my twin sister and our friend Brandon.
My fiance and I were watching the music video, and because Brandon has long hair, he was like, "Is this an all-girl band?" I'm like, "No, honey, that's a guy." So does he get that a lot ever?
You'd be surprised how often that happens. I mean, when you see him, he's he's got a toned kind of muscled body and tattoos, and just he's obviously a guy. But in music videos, sometimes it's funny because we're all the same height. And we all have kind of a pretty face-ish. He's got not classically, high cheekbones and kind of slender jaw and everything, which might be more feminine features. So, and yeah, his hair can be longer sometimes. So, yeah, you'd be surprised how often that actually happens. It's really funny. Or that people think that all three of us are related.
I actually didn't think of that at all. I kind of figured you and your sister were related for obvious reasons.
Yeah, for sure.
But, yeah, I'd love to see Brandon at some point in time and kind of give him a nudge for being the only guy in the band.
Yeah, for sure.
Does he have any issues in the bathroom?
I don't think so. I mean, you probably have to ask him. If he hasn't complained or anything.
That's always good.
But yeah, no, maybe I take a little bit long in the shower or something and then when I get in, but yeah, no, it hasn't been crazy. I feel kind of bad for him because it's all it's pretty much all girls on the bus, and he's the only guy right now. But except for my dad who drives. But no, he's just he just hangs out, and I honestly feel he can be more himself and be more relaxed around us than he would around a bunch of guys. I don't know, it sounds weird, but
one of the girls versus one of the guys.
Yeah, exactly. He's allowed to talk about things that he might not feel as comfortable talking about with his peers as guy friends. So
that's pretty intimate.
Yeah.
Never get to hear that very much from a guy.
Yeah.
Now, for somebody that hasn't heard your music before, how would you describe it?
I would say, I don't know. It's really hard to describe. We get described as pop punk a lot, but I think it's kind of darker than that, a little more alternative. We just kind of take influences from everywhere, so you kind of have to listen to it. I'm into like those old school emo bands, like Brand New and Jimmy Eat World and stuff. So.
Ooh, girl.
Yeah. So that's kind of where I get some inspiration from. But yeah.
Awesome. Now, Warped Tour's almost over. Where are you guys going after this? Are you heading back out on the road, or are you guys going to go home and chill for a while?
I am going to visit. I'm literally flying from the last dates when we're done. I'm gonna visit my boyfriend on tour because he's in a band as well.
What's his band name?
Chiodos. You can check that.
I've heard of them actually.
Yeah, they're awesome. You have to check them out for sure.
They were actually in that one YouTube video on how to pronounce hardcore names, and
Oh, really?
they said it wrong on purpose and pronounced it as Cheetos.
Cheetos.
Yeah.
I know they have a tank top with like the Cheetos cheetah guy. It's like ain't easy being Cheetos. It's awesome. Then after that, we're locking ourselves away in the studio, and we're gonna demo and record because we want to release some new music in the new year, and then we're going back on tour in the fall, back in the States again. So that'll be cool.
Well, that's awesome to hear. You better come to Kansas City and see me again.
Yeah, that would be well. I think all the dates are gonna be up on our website right after Warped Tour. So hopefully, I think we're hitting Kansas. So I'm stoked. Yeah.
Now, as far as CDs, what do you guys have out right now?
We've got 2 EPs. We've got For Now from 2011. We've got Becoming from 2013. And we just released an EP specifically for Warped Tour, partnering with Keep Aggressive Foundation.
Nice.
And that one's called Spirit Animal. And we sell it for $5 here, and we give away $2 of every copy sold to the Keep Aggressive Foundation. And we only printed like 1,000 copies, so it's super
exclusive.
Yeah, super exclusive. But you can find it online if you want. So yeah.
That's awesome. It's always nice to see bands trying to help and give back to others. So that's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, I'm really excited to see you guys live, and definitely get your butts back to Kansas as soon as possible. Why don't you do your links real quick, and then I got one more question for you.
Sure, yeah. Okay, so we're on pretty much everything. You can go just follow us at Courage My Love on Twitter. We're on Facebook, so I Love Courage My Love is the link. And then ilovecouragemylove.com is our main website. And then YouTube, I Love Courage My Love. And that's pretty much all you need to know.
Alright, so this is the last question. If you had to pick one Courage My Love song that would immediately get anybody hooked on your band, what would it be?
One of my favorites from the new EP is called Lost Cause. So maybe